Hi, this video and the following videos are designed to teach people how to use the Autodesk Inventor software. Autodesk Inventor is a 3D CAD program. It allows you to make simple things such as a cube or very complex assemblies that can end up looking like a car. The software itself, even though it may seem complex, is extremely easy to use and very easy to learn. With multiple ways to do each thing, it allows the user to figure out ways that he likes to do it best so that the software itself is very personal. Now, to get the software, if you're a student, such as in high school or college, you can get your hands on it very easily, especially if you're in the first robotics program, which is another reason why I'm making this video for the students of the RSE program at MTU. If you have a .edu or a high school email address, you can go to students.autodesk.com and get yourself a free copy of not only the Inventor software, but also all the other software that Autodesk has. If you're neither, well, then you're going to have to find other ways to get your hands on the software, because buying it from Autodesk is going to cost you sometimes over $2,000 depending on the product. So now I'll go into showing you how to get your hands on the software if you're a student. So when you go to the website that I told you about, students.autodesk.com, this is the page you'll come to. Now the website itself is also very useful, not only for just getting the software, but learning how to use it, and also different competitions. You can actually put some of your parts that you made or assemblies into. The competitions themselves, there's a lot of different types depending on what type of designing you're doing. Also, there's one specifically for FIRST Robotics. These can get you scholarships for colleges, as well as also just money or awards. You can also submit some of your stuff. You can even look into careers at Autodesk. They have a community, which is basically like a giant forum. So if you actually have very specific questions or very complex questions, you can always go there. The design showcase is somewhere where you can just put up some of your designs if you just want to have people look at them, maybe comment on them. And then they also have the learning area, which will link you depending on the product that you choose. Some have YouTube videos, some have kind of like tutorial classes they'll lead you through. It really depends on which software you choose. But anyways, biggest thing you're going to want to look at is the free software. Now, because I'm not logged in, you can't really get it, but you can actually see what they offer. As you can see, they offer a very wide variety. I mean, basically everything that AutoCAD makes, you can get for free once you have an account, which is extremely useful because even though I'm teaching Autodesk Inventor, there are many different softwares that Autodesk offers that really can basically allow you to do whatever you want, from animation to designing. So that's that. To make an account, you're basically just going to hit register. Like I said, as long as you have a .edu account, you can make an account and they'll let you in. The only thing they're going to do is they're going to send you an email to verify that that's your account and that it also is a student account. And then once you click on the link, you can finish your registration. But this is basically what you're going to come to. You're just going to fill this out. It's really easy. Step 2 might ask you a few more questions like your name, your school, stuff like that. But like I said, the only way you can really get the account is once you get the confirmation email. And then once that's done, all you have to do is just log in. I'll log in as myself just so I can kind of show you a little bit further. So once it loads, I'll kind of walk you through. Don't worry about this. It is active. It just says that for some reason sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go to free software and I'll kind of give you a quick tutorial on how to actually get it. So once you actually have your account, you basically see the same setup. It's slightly different. These basically are like the main products that they offer, and then these are kind of the other ones. They also offer it for Mac, so if you're a Mac user, you can now use AutoCAD, which is the 2D designing software. There are some 3D implements in it, but it's not as advanced as AutoCAD Inventor. So let's just go with 3ds Max since I already have Inventor Professional. So what you're going to do is you're just going to select a version. I always select the newest one. That's what I'm going to be doing the tutorial on, which is 2012. But you can select basically from the last 3 years if there's one that you particularly like. select the language, and then the operating system. This says 3264, but a lot of them, such as Autodesk Inventor, will actually specify 32-bit, 64-bit. So if you have a 64-bit operating system, you definitely would want to take advantage of the 64-bit version of the software. Then you're just going to hit next. It's going to basically say that you're going to be issued a serial number and a product key, and you just need to understand what it's telling you to do. What's going to happen is you're going to hit download. It's going to download. Depending on the software, it could be anywhere from a gig up to a couple gigs. I know my internet's not super fast. It's like basic Comcast, and I was able to get it downloaded in about 3 or 4 hours. That was Autodesk Inventor, which is one of the largest files they have. But once it's downloaded, it's just a simple exe. Just double click, it'll run. It'll ask you a few questions, like where do you want to store it on the computer, and then it's just going to ask you for these 2 codes. You put them in, you hit next, and you're good to go. After that, once it installs, it takes a little bit of time, and once it's finally done, when you first open it for the first time, it's going to ask you to activate it, and all you have to do is just sign in. Just like you would sign in here, you sign in on there, activate your software, and then you have it. And I think it's good for at least a year, if not longer, but it doesn't really matter because you can download a new key or a new version of the software each year. So, it's not that big of a deal. But then once that's done, your software is good to go, and in the next couple videos, I'll be walking you through how to do all the basics all the way up into some of the more advanced things like assemblies. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And if there are any type of tutorial video that you'd like me to do that I have not done yet, also feel free to leave a comment, and I will definitely do that for you. Okay?